Well, howdy there, Internet people, it's Bill again. So today, we're going to talk about the Trump shutdown moving closer as he cancels the meeting to avoid it. In a whirlwind couple of days, Trump has made a lot of unusual and sometimes absolutely bizarre moves. He also announced via social media that he was canceling the meeting with Democratic Party leaders to avoid a government shutdown. He said, quote, "I have decided that no meeting with their congressional leaders could possibly be productive." We're days away from a shutdown. In his lengthy post, which I won't be reading all of, he made a series of bizarre claims that he said were Democratic Party demands, including, quote, "have dead people on the Medicaid rolls and create transgender operations for everybody." I feel like maybe those aren't actually Democratic Party positions. I'm pretty sure they want to undo Trump's Medicaid cuts that were passed to give the wealthy tax cuts and extend ACA subsidies so millions of Americans don't lose their health insurance. Trump and other top Republican leaders have indicated they don't want to deal with ACA subsidies now. However, other Republicans, typically those from competitive districts, are meeting with the Problem Solvers Caucus and trying to work out some kind of deal and plan on pushing an extension of the ACA credits as a standalone bill if it isn't in the continuing resolution. Republican Representative Brian Fitzpatrick of Pennsylvania said, quote, "We're up against a real deadline. The rates are going to kick in probably November 1, so we have October to get it done." It should be noted that the rumor mill says that the Republican plan would limit the ACA credits to those people who are making less than $200,000 per year. The current Democratic plan doesn't have a cap like that, but I feel like the party wouldn't be opposed to some form of limit. The Democratic Party asks aren't really extreme. They're pretty milquetoast. Promote the general welfare kind of stuff. Trump talked about how the Republicans won in what he called a landslide. The vote count math seems to suggest otherwise. If the Republican Party had the mandate they claim to have, they wouldn't need Democratic Party votes. And they wouldn't have Republicans trying to figure out how to extend the health insurance credits. When news of Trump backing out of the meeting reached House Minority Leader Jeffries, he said, quote, "Trump always chickens out. Donald Trump just canceled a high-stakes meeting in the Oval Office with myself and Leader Schumer. The extremists want to shut down the government because they are unwilling to address the Republican health care crisis that is devastating America." On the other side of Capitol Hill, Schumer had a similar reaction. Quote, "Trump is running away from the negotiating table before he even gets there, while Americans face rising costs and a Republican health care crisis. Trump would rather throw a tantrum than do his job. Democrats are ready to work to avoid a shutdown. Trump and Republicans are holding America hostage. Donald Trump will own the shutdown." There's less than a week before the government runs out of funding. Trump is apparently refusing to negotiate over something members of his own party are reportedly planning on introducing next month. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.